So Terrance Howard is backing up Monique and Katt Williams for calling out Kevin Hart for playing along with the bigwigs in Hollywood, sacrificing who he was for fame. And get this, it all started with Katt Williams's no-holds-barred interview on Club Shay Shay, where he spilled the tea about Kevin even wearing a dress for a role. Then Monique jumped in on the show, doubling down on the idea that Kevin was just dancing to the tune of the Hollywood controllers. There are more headaches for Kevin Hart because Terrance Howard has broken his silence, and he is backing Monique and Katt Williams on the claims they made against Kevin Hart after they accused him of sacrificing his soul for fame and being a Hollywood puppet. Over the past decades, there has been lots of talk about how Hollywood sets out to emasculate black actors and make them wear dresses in movies before they could get their big break in Hollywood. And there have been a lot of discussions surrounding Kevin Hart's super fast rise to the top, and rumors are saying Kevin Hart had to sacrifice his soul before he could get his big break. For those who might not know, Kevin Hart began his career as a stand-up comedian before transitioning to movies in 2002, where his movie Soul Plane catapulted him to fame. But then there have been talks by prominent black actors and comedians like Dave Chappelle, who claims black men are asked to wear clothes in movies before they can get their big break. He recounted a moment when he was shooting a movie alongside Martin Lawrence when the producer gave him a script that involved him wearing a dress.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave, listen, we got it all set up.
Dave refused and held his ground, and he revealed the producer had a second script that didn't involve the dress. And he encouraged black men to stand their ground and refuse to wear the dress. A few years later, Kevin Hart was asked to comment on Dave Chappelle's claim that black men are asked to wear dresses. And he claims he would never wear the dress and that everyone gotta have boundaries.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse.
But a few years later, Kevin Hart ended up in an SNL dress, and rumors are saying it was a humiliation ritual because from that moment, his career's trajectory hit the top and he became one of the top comedians in Hollywood. And not even the news of him cheating on his wife could affect his shine. But then Katt Williams was not been happy with the sacrifices Kevin had to make to get to the top. In a previous interview, Katt claimed the whole wearing of the dress thing for male actors is tied to the Illuminati. So it is your choice to dance with the devil or walk right the door and refuse the deal.
So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
But Katt wasn't done talking because a few weeks ago, Katt was a guest on Sharp Shenan's Club Shay Shay, where he called Kevin Hart a Hollywood plant and alleged that Kevin sold his soul because there was no explanation for his rise to fame.
Years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but...
Katt was then asked about what he thought about Dave Chappelle walking away from a $50 million deal. Katt then revealed Dave wasn't the only one who walked away from such huge money. He revealed he had similar contracts, but had to pass over them because they came with some strings attached, and he wanted to keep his cat. Then revealed that Martin Lawrence offered him a role in the movie Big Mama House 2, he refused because it came with conditions that he had to wear a dress, and after refusing, Brandon T. Jackson took the role.
When I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House 2. I almost died. And I gotta read this script in front of all these good white people, where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was...
But then Katt isn't the only one who had issues with Kevin and how he sold his soul. A few weeks after Katt's interview aired, Monique was also on the show where she talked about how she was blackballed out of Hollywood by Oprah, and Tyler Perry, who we all know are friends with the people that run Hollywood. Monique revealed Kevin told her he was going to talk to Tyler because he had a relationship with Tyler, and truly he reached out and got back to her saying Tyler said he doesn't want to revisit the whole situation. Kevin then promised her he was gonna help her in any way she wanted if she had anything she was working on. He would co-produce only for Kevin's manager to call Monique, informing her that Kevin wants nothing to do with Monique's brand. Monique instantly called him, and Kevin claimed it was a communication breakdown and that he would get back to her after a week, but it is over 2 years, and he hasn't gotten back to her. According to inside sources, Monique alleges that Kevin sacrificed his soul to get to the top, and now he has no voice of his own because he fears he could be dropped like a hot potato. While the internet is reacting to the revelation of Katt Williams and Monique on how Kevin sacrificed his soul to get to the top, Terrance Howard has inserted himself into the conversation, and he is backing Monique and Katt's claims about Kevin sacrificing his soul. Inside sources are reporting that Terrance is 100% sure Kevin sacrificed his soul to get to where he is right now because his rise in Hollywood was unprecedented. He went from not appearing in a high-budget Hollywood movie to appearing in 5 under 3 years after he wore the dress. And one thing y'all should know about Terrance is always standing on business. And he has also found himself in situations like this. Y'all remember when Terrance got dropped for Iron Man 2 and rumors started moving that he was dropped because of anger issues and not being the most cooperative on set? It turns out that they were lies to cover up what happened. So Terrance sat down for an interview where he revealed that he got dropped because he refused to wear the dress. He said black actors are getting pushed to embrace a more effeminate vibe if they want to hit the big leagues. He continued, "My daddy taught me, never take the vertebrae out of your back or the base out of your throat. I ain't raising sheep. I raised men. Stay a man. Everything is androgynous, you know? The more successful men now are the effeminate." Then in another interview with Revolt, Terrance claims Hollywood targets black strong men to wear the dress, while only their white counterparts are allowed to look strong and non-threatening. "The man has been demonized," Terrance said. "With the new formula, most men are made to be effeminate and not have their power or sense of strength. They allow white men to be able to be strong, but when it's black men, it's seen as a threat." He also added, "I don't want to remove a few chromosomes to fit in someone's story, so I feel they need to expand their stories to allow men to be men and simultaneously appreciate a woman's beauty." Rumors have it that Terrance has quit Hollywood because of it not being fair to those who have refused to be used as a tool by the top powers. And he is claiming that Kevin for sure sacrificed his soul to get to where he is. Fans left comments saying Terrance Howard and Katt Williams don't have to humiliate themselves by wearing a dress to prove they're great actors. They've proved it time and time again. All respect to them. It's not even just about making black men appear feminine. It's that in them wanting black men to embarrass and make fun of black women. Nuff, respect for all the black actors and actresses who are standing up to Hollywood and walking away. They need to build their own network and come together. Let me know what you think about Terrance backing Katt and Monique's claim that Kevin sold his soul. Do you really think he sold his soul to get his big break? Let me know what you think in the comments.